Title track.
I'll rap, but we gotta get somebody to come rap.
Bitches cry. There she is. No. Imagine being a black person and living in this world with all the negativity, the racism, marginalized, dealing with the grief of your ancestors and the pain of just trying to fit into a mold that you'll never fit in. Now take those feelings and imagine being immersed in a 2-week residency where all that shit doesn't even matter. And the only thing that matters is being around creative people, being around people that love you and care about you. You can discuss all sorts of random, overanalyzed stuff. There's people and chefs that take care of you. And you can experience the world without having to feel different. That's what this residency was. So I'm going to start this off by saying Hambridge is pretty freaking amazing in and of itself. It's so magical. It's like a little fairyland. So for the first couple of days, I was just trying to deal with being in fairyland. So I felt kind of bad for relaxing, but we would work really hard at night and make pottery for the wood fire. So it was like a balance kind of I know that for me it was. And to take the time to walk around and see the surrounding area, to look at the trees, the architecture, to feel like, oh my gosh, this is just wild to me. And so there was an adjustment period for the first week. I was really having a hard time, and I kind of just had to just walk around and look at the stones, look at the moss, feel the breeze, and just tell myself, it's okay. You belong here. You're okay with being here. This is the area where most of us stayed. It's a new area that was built for Hambridge this year. I think was the first year that it opened. And I loved my room. I loved being here. This is where I just kind of crashed most of the time. I slept in a hammock maybe once or twice, but this is mostly where I was. And this is the commons area. This is where we would sometimes have dinner. And it was wonderful. There was a chef for mostly dinner, sometimes for lunch, and sometimes we would just eat leftovers, which was super cool. I stayed up there. One thing that was really cool was that we often got together, especially dinner was mandatory. This is actually when we did introductions at night, but dinner was nice. It was nice getting together and hanging out with everyone. So the pots were loaded June 16th, and we finished firing June 19th midnight.
So now you can look. Do you see any fire coming up the?
No.
You see smoke is starting to go in there though.
Right.
So that's progress. And so
Okay.
it was wonderful having Mr. Bobby there with his guitar. Oh, it was so great. And I just loved how everyone was just kind of relaxed and just enjoying the music most of the time. And with the firing, the way that it started off very quiet and slow. Usually, from what I was told, they use a propane tank to kind of keep the fire going at the beginning. But Dom decided to do it a different way and just started off with a little tiny campfire-esque type of feel. And
I enjoyed that. It was very lovely. The fire was pretty crazy, but it was amazing just seeing the flames coming out the chimney, um, just witnessing the dynamics between people too. We were split up in teams, and we all had shifts, and the firing lasted for several days. So we all had to do our job, stoke the fire, put wood in there, make sure we closed the door after each time we put the wood in, and it became this labor of love. And I swear, like, I felt like every time I saw wood go into that fire, the more and more love grew for the kiln, for the pieces, for just everything about it. Um, and I feel like I've learned so much just from working in groups and teams, and I've learned so much from these like lovely people who just worked hard and did what they could. But then also, it was such a chill environment, you know, like no one was really egotistical about it. Everyone just kind of did what they had to do, um, and just tried to make sure the fire kept going. Explained it to us in a way where it empowered us. We had such a wonderful group of people, and I'm so excited about them. Sean was so interesting. His work is amazing. He's brilliant, and he's just such a cool person. And I loved James. I loved how he was just, he had these one liners. It's just so funny. And his work is crazy cool. I loved Reggie. He helped me make a whistle for my little boy, but he was also so cool. And Jasmine, oh, she's such a smart, beautiful woman and just brilliant. Also, we had Dom. Oh, Dom was amazing. I love Dom and I love Dom's work. And Ashlyn was just like such a pillar of like just energy, but also just, I just learned so much from Ash. And I'm so grateful to have that. Michelle is like bountiful full of energy as well, and I love her work. I love her pottery. Kyle's work, oh, just look at this face. He's so talented and so amazing. And Mulaney's like so cool. Like I learned so much from Mulaney. I learned how to be strong, how to ask for what you want, how to not give a shit. And I love that about Mulaney. And also Bobby. Bobby was great. Bobby with his music. And Arlene. Oh, such a gentle spirit and just so wonderful. Also, one
This is going to be a jug shape. So what I'm going to do is
thing that's super cool is that Jim came. So Jim, he creates face jugs and he lives in North Carolina. He's also a part of the Be Here Now exhibition that was in New York City. And I was so crazy obsessed with him last year. And now I'm just like continually amazed and obsessed with him. And I learned so much from him over the last couple of days of being like just a sponge and just learning about his process and him as a person. It's just so wonderful to be able to talk to Yinka. I am just floored at how she was able to bring so many people together and create this residency. It was just amazing. And on top of that, being super talented in ceramics. Also, Ife, it's just like baller. She's like so cool and she's able to orchestrate such a huge undertaking. It's just mind boggling. Chef Lamara was a beautiful soul, and with her talented cooking and Sky's cooking as well, it was just so cool. And I'm glad I got to get to know Sky a little bit better and Chef too. So Dom helped facilitate the entire firing. He was the central part of the cookout, and he orchestrated this beautiful dance of everyone working together, everyone trying to get the firing done. I am just like floored and just in awe of how he was able to get like 11 people to work together and put their pottery in this kiln and make it work. Most of us did not have a wood firing background, and he was able to have us fire. There were several times where he turned off I think it's the pyrometer and a pyrometer, and just had us look at the flame and had us think about how to finish the firing or to finish our shift or how to get the temperature hot enough. It was very beautiful. To even be able to orchestrate it so that the firing ended on Juneteenth at midnight was just wild. It was crazy. He's just such a brilliant man.
Oh. They're on your back.
So I was away from my little boy and Simon for 2 weeks, and it was very hard. The day that we opened the kiln was really hard. My mother-in-law sent a picture of our little boy, and I just felt so bad about it. Like, I just felt so guilty that I was over here having so much fun, and my little boy's over here just trying to be okay, I guess. Little did I know later on he really didn't care about me not being there. But I had a hard time, and I was just in a weird mood, and I said some things that I probably shouldn't have said, and I don't know. It was just a weird day, and I hate that because opening the kiln was beautiful. All the pieces were amazing. The fact that the firing went so well was amazing, and I hate that I was in a place that wasn't good, um, and I pretty much regret it. There were so many other methods of firing that we could do. There was a gas firing done, raku, and I just loved it. I didn't really have anything left for the gas and raku, but I loved watching and seeing other people's work and just hanging out with them, seeing how they think, what they thought about, how they create. It was just such a wonderful thing to see. And just being in the studio with other people and noticing how they work, that was just so enlightening. The overall feeling that I experienced while being here was running. This, I wanted it to be surrender. I was even talking to Chef Lamara about it, and she thought it was surrender, but it's running. I was running away. I ran a lot, and that's how the experience has affected me. I was running away from things. I don't know why, and I still don't really know why. I just loved being on the deck and looking at the clouds and looking at the light shining through the trees and crying. I cried a lot. It was really embarrassing. Um, But then I've had people come around me and they were just like, no, it's cool to cry. It's vulnerable. Bad bitches cry. And I was just kind of like, really? Do you think bad bitches cry? And they were like, yeah, because it takes power to be vulnerable. And when they said that, I was just kind of like, oh. And it was like something Jasmine said, and it kind of stuck with me. And even Ashlyn and Dominique were just kind of like, just so amazing about it. And it just made me stop and think about my vulnerability and how my vulnerability can help others in a way. I need to figure out what I'm running from. And I don't really know exactly what it is. I don't know why I don't feel comfortable in my skin most of the time. Um, and I don't think it's about being African American more so than anything
because when I was there at a residency and surrounded by love, surrounded by people that cared about me, surrounded by people that are not like everyone else in the world, I still felt alone. I still felt scared. I still felt things that I feel like if I was like honest, things that I need to work on. I fell here. I fell at this watering hole. I'm going to miss the trails most of all. And I'm going to miss the rock house and being able to walk outside. Um, I'm going to miss the daisies, beautiful flowers. And I'm just going to miss wandering around and just witnessing nature. And I know that nature is all around me, it's around me all the time, but and at this residency, it was more about, I feel like, self-discovery. And I think that it just took so long for me to just sit still in that and to be okay with that self-discovery. Because I guess I'm scared. I'm scared of something and I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. DM me. Anyway, um, it's just something there that I just have to work on. Even though I am saying all of this, I have my regrets or my cringy moments. I am super thankful for the opportunity that Yinka, Ife, and Dom have like cultivated, and I am just in awe of like of all three of them coming up with this beautiful thing that's way bigger than them and is way bigger than us. I'm gonna so miss that deck and my morning tea. I'm gonna miss like just happening upon other people creating and enjoying their lives. And those clouds, those beautiful clouds, and the light that shines through the trees. It's just so amazing. And I'm just so thankful for those opportunities to be able to see and witness that. And I'm thankful for witnessing Black joy and being able to be in a place where it's okay and we can just thrive, you know? I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.